Hello, how are we? How is everybody doing today? Feel free to let me know in the chat. Hi, Alyssa, how are you? Alyssa is going to be working on a romance novel. Okay. Still deciding on writing a prologue, but not sure yet. Yeah, prologues are tricky because you want them to have a purpose, but they're also really fun to write, in my opinion. I guess it really just depends on what you think the reader needs to know during that prologue, though, right? And also, Alyssa, how many projects are you working on? I feel like you're working on a new one every single stream. So, are you flipping between a lot of projects right now? Let me know. Let me know. And also, like anybody else who might be here, feel free to tell us what you're working on in the chat and say hello. We don't bite, I promise. I am still working on Project Reaper. I made some really good progress yesterday. I ended up writing around like 1,800 words, something like that. And I've moved on to chapter, this would be chapter 15 now that I'm working on. I need to update I added a chapter a while back, so I need to update the actual document in Scrivener. Oops. But I'll be working on chapter 15, so things are going really well. I can't really complain about it, honestly. There have been a couple of chapters that I've struggled with, and I don't know if it's just me or if it's like the plot or what, but something's happening, and a few of my chapters I've just like really struggled to like get into, I guess, and to write. And it seems like every word that I write is a chore, and maybe that's just like writing. But then there's other chapters that it seems like no matter what day I'm working on it, it's easy, it's fine. And I've got dog hair on my shirt. Sorry about that. I can see it in the camera. Let's see. Kingston says, hi, Charlie. I'm about to eat, but after that, I'm going to start reading. Very cool. What are you reading right now? Taylor says, hello. I'm 6K words behind on writing 50K for the month. Oh, yeah. I feel that. I feel that in my soul. I'm right now. I'm currently, I think, almost 50,000 words behind my word count goal if I want to stay on the trajectory to finish this book by the end of the year. So I feel that. I understand. Mateo says, hi, everyone can't stay, but wanted to pop in and say hello and good luck with the sprints. Well, thank you, Mateo. Thanks for popping in. Hi, Kayla. How are you? Let us know what you're working on. And Araya is here. Still working, but might tweak my query letter some more. Okay, very cool. Very cool. Very, very cool. Hi, Felicity. Felicity is working on draft 2 of Project Ragnar. Is it Ragnarok? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Historical fantasy inspired by Norse mythology. Love that. I'm a huge fan of adding things like mythology, old fables, things like that into stories. I'm doing something similar with Project Reaper, although it's not based off of any sort of mythology, but there is some like nods to Greek mythology in there. Particularly the tale of Hercules and how he like came to be and everything. So that is kind of how I'm interjecting it a little bit. Araya, tell me a little bit more about the querying. How's it going? Tell us all of the details in the chat. In the meantime, I think I'm going to pull up the wheel so that we may spinneth and figure out how long we're going to be sprinting for. Kayla's having a hard time with edits, but I'm really hoping you guys will motivate me to push through and not have another breakdown. I feel that in my core, Kayla. I feel that. You are so welcome here, and we will do our best to motivate you. I don't know if there's any help we can give, but as far as like vibes and just like being here in support, always, we are always here in support. All right, so Felicity knows the drill. She's guessing that we're going to hit 45. If you haven't been here before or if you're new to my streams, please feel free to guess how long we're going to be sprinting for. Felicity thinks we're going to be sprinting for 45 minutes. I'm going to guess 30 just because I feel the evil coming from the wheel today, and it always likes to give me 30-minute sprints for some reason. So that's my guess. Araya says, I'm just trying to prep stuff, query letter, blurb, synopsis, so I can get it looked over by someone else while I'm wrapping up the last 2 drafts of the book. Ooh, okay. You've got a lot on your plate, girl, but I know you can do it. I know you can do it. Kayla says, just being here is enough, I promise. That's so sweet. Well, we will be here. We will be here. We will be here for at least 2 hours, maybe a little bit longer, depending on how I feel. We'll see. Taylor is voting 30 minutes. Araya thinks we're going to hit 45. Anybody else care to venture a guess? How long are we going to be sprinting for? Give you a little bit of time to throw them in the chat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so since there's no other votes, I'll go ahead and spin the wheel. Let me just vote. $40 it is. So nobody got it that time, which is totally fine. Like, nobody got it. We'll get it the next time we spin the wheel. Somebody will guess it. I know they will. We've got 40 minutes on the clock. Is everybody ready for our first sprint of the evening? I am going to go ahead and start the timer in 3, 2, 1. Good luck. All right. How did everybody do? How did everybody do? Let's see. I had an interesting sprint. I spent the first 10 minutes taking my dog outside because he really needed to go. And then I fed him. And basically, like the first 15 minutes of the sprint, I was trying to figure out how they like secure bodices if there's like only one person there, like there's not someone to like secure it in the back. So research. And then I wrote like 236 words. So overall, not terrible. I breached the 26,000 word mark in the manuscript, which is exciting. Let me know how y'all did in the chat. Alyssa stopped by. Finally made one. I'm currently making dinner, but wanted to say hi and tell you all good luck with writing. Well, thank you. I don't think you're here anymore, but thank you if you're watching this back. Not exactly sure what makes you think that I'm AI, but no, definitely not AI. Hello, how are you? JK is here. Hi, JK. How are you? I'll be revising chapter 21 of my pastry chef rivals to lovers novel project, Sugar and Spice. We love us some sugar and spice. I love the name, like the project name for this too. It's so cute. Kingston said, just finished eating. Now I'm going to read Grimm's Fairy Tales. That sounds nice. How far did you get into it, Kingston? JK said, well, I just finished cooking dinner and now I'm eating. What did you make? Let me know what you made. I'm trying to figure out if I want to have a BLT for dinner because I had it for lunch, but I also don't really want to make the other things that I have. Like, okay, here are my options. I can have ravioli. It's like Italian sausage ravioli. I could have another BLT and a salad. I could have just salad with like chicken on it, or I could have pizza. But I want to save the pizza for when I'm like in dire need of something easy and quick. So you see like my predicament. I don't know what I want to make. There's a lot to think about. JK says, hooray, congrats. Thank you. Appreciate it. Felicity worked through 1,032 words, spent a while looking at different moon phases. Ooh, okay. Do the moon phases have a lot to do with your book? Please tell me. Oh, thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. It's just a really cute name. I love it. I love ravioli. I love ravioli. See, I like it too. I like it too. But it's also just like one of those things where it's like, sometimes I feel like it's just like not enough. You know what I mean? Like they're the big raviolis too, like the legitimate like big ones, but there's like it's just like a lot of carbs. It doesn't really have a lot of protein, and so it doesn't really fill me up for very long. So that's like I don't know. It's just one of those things. I guess maybe I'll just have ravioli. JK says black-eyed peas with cherry tomatoes, cucumbers, onions, garlic, habanero peppers, and minced ginger. Ooh, that sounds nice. See, now you guys are making me hungry. I'm gonna have to make something quick on the next sprint. That's the good thing about ravioli is that it is quick. The longest part of making ravioli is boiling the water. And also like the only other thing too is that I'd have to like dirty up pans, and then that means I have to do dishes. I think I'll just make ravioli. Felicity says the moon is always there, so trying to make sure it's the right moon phase to show passage of time, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. And there may or may not be werewolves. Okay, so it does take a pretty big role in the story then. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. I love that. Very cool. And that's something that I haven't thought about. Like my character is also always talking about, well, like in description, there's always like, oh, like the moonlight is like over this room or whatever. And that's like you make a good point. Like I feel like I should know which moon phases just in case I ever need to make a reference to like if it's a full moon or a half moon and making it make sense. Nice and adorable. It is. The way I was craving Thai food, you guys, oh my gosh. And also wanted to save money. Yeah, that's fair. I'm always craving Thai food. I really like anything with peanut, chicken, curry. It's really good. I love Thai food. I love me a good Thai food. Well, just like really any like Asian inspired dish, except for sushi. Like, don't come at me. I have a texture thing. I cannot do sushi unless it's crispy sushi. Affordable. Yeah, that makes more sense. I was like, wait, what? um I cannot I can't do sushi or like a lot of seafood dishes, unfortunately, just because like I have a weird thing about fish. And it makes sense because I grew up landlocked and the fish here is horrible, like just awful. Um, and I just started liking salmon. You guys, like, just started liking it, and I am very picky about where my salmon comes from. So, not a huge on seafood, not huge on like sushi, but I love a good Asian dish. I think my favorite overall, out of all of the Asian countries, is definitely Korean food. Korean food is like my heart and soul. I love a good bibimbap. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, or like garlic honey garlic chicken. It is so good. So good. And ramen, don't even get me started on ramen. I could literally go on forever about ramen. Felicity says the number of books I've read where there's always a full moon every day. That's so valid. That is so valid. Araya says, I'm a Mexican food person. I eat some form of it at least once a week. See, I also love Mexican food. I'm a reformed picky eater. Just FYI, you guys, like I'm a reformed picky eater. So there's a lot of things that I like still have aversions to. But like recently I've been really loving spicy food. And if this was like a year ago, there's no way like ketchup was too spicy for me. But I've recently started really loving spicier foods. And the spicier with Mexican food, the better for me. Like, give me the jalapenos, give me the peppers. I love it so much. JK says, see, you will not catch me near sushi. Something about raw fish makes me nauseous. Yeah, I mean that's totally fair. I will say that I do like ceviche. I have had ceviche before when I was in New Zealand. We went to this place and we just had like a little tapas ceviche, and it was really good. But it was mostly good because of the like spices and stuff that was added into it. The whole time I was thinking I'm eating raw fish right now, and that was a very like hard thing for me to get through. So I totally understand that. But yeah, for me, sushi is all about the texture. I can't eat rice because it's like too squishy for me. Like rice, bananas, pudding. I can't eat yogurt unless it has like granola in it because it's too soft. Yeah, just like I can't. If it's too soft, I can't. I have to have a little bit of crunch. But if the texture is off, it's a no for me, dog. JK says, plus I got food poisoning a few months ago. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Hopefully not from sushi. Oh, that's awful. Yeah, sorry to hear about that, JK, for sure. Salmon and me are not friends. That's so fair. That's so fair. I will say one time. So when I was in New Zealand, I'm going to tell you guys a fun little story from when I was traveling real quick. When I was in New Zealand, um, I got stuck there during COVID. So I was there, and I got there in 2019, and I stayed all throughout the pandemic. I got back to the United States in like September of like 2020. During this, like right after the first initial 6-week period of um, quarantine, we had a group of Russian people. They were Russian fishermen come into the hostel where I was staying at. And for those of you who aren't aware, a hostel is like, it's basically just like a dormitory where travelers can like rent a bed, and it's way more affordable than like getting a hotel room or something like that. And then you can like also make friends, and it's like a very social environment. So a group of Russian fishermen were like staying there until they could like refuel their boat and like go back out on the river. And they brought smoked like some type of shark. I can't remember what it was called, but they like they wanted me to try it, so I tried it. I could only take one bite because it tasted suspiciously like bacon, like, and not in a good way. And I like it did make me sick, but like I wanted to be sick, you know what I mean? Because it was just it didn't feel right to me, is all I have to say about it. Salmon is mild compared to that. That was awful. Um, Megan said, "Are we still riding? Just hopped on. Speaking of food, my latest fave is curry. What kind of curry is your fave?" There's so many different types of curry. And to answer your question, yes, we are still riding. We just finished up our first sprint. It was a 40-minute sprint. We're going to spin the wheel here in a second. But yeah, you are right on time. Let's see. Thank you, but it just makes me nervous to eat out more though. So cooking my own meals it is. I wish I had some of that energy. I am a DoorDash addict. It's really bad for my bank account. Let's see. Of course, Felicity says, "See, I can't do yogurt and granola because it's mixing textures too much." See, I can understand that too. I can understand that too. Hi, ma'am. I'm from India. Tell me which Indian food you like the most if you've tried. So I haven't really tried a lot of Indian food. I'm not a huge curry person, and that's partially why. Like the one curry that I really like is a Thai dish. It's like chicken curry, chicken and peanut curry, something like that. But of the Indian food that I have tried, I like buttered chicken. Very basic. Very, very basic. JK says, "Thanks, Charlie. Funnily enough, it was Thai food." Oh no. Oh, that would put me off of it forever. I'm not gonna lie. Megan is working on a contemporary fiction where the astrological signs wake up on Earth and have to find their way to the astral plane. See, I love your story idea. It's such a good idea. Love it. People just talking to each other in the chat here. JK says, "Thank you, planning to self-publish the novel next year, but hoping I reach crowdfunding goal for the novel by then." Coconut Thai curry. See, that sounds delicious to me. Yeah, it really does, doesn't it? See, now you guys are making me hungry. Hopefully we get a long sprint so that I can make my ravioli. Araya asks, "What are your guys' main character's favorite food?" See, this is like one thing that I haven't actually thought of. Um, my main character is like something about my main character you guys should know to answer this question, the context behind it. She's coming from a place basically where she's being starved. So like she basically just like eats whatever she can. Like she's eating stuff out of the garbage. She's like stolen food just for survival. So she doesn't really have a favorite. She'll like just eat whatever someone gives her because she's been in a situation where she has no other choice. But her love interest, Rasmus's favorite food is rabbit stew. Felicity says, I love a sag aloo or tiki masala, which I know is Scottish, but hey ho. Yeah, I've never had a tiki masala or any of the other things that you mentioned. JK says, my FMC has a sweet tooth, so chocolate cake, but meal-wise, goat pepper soup, Nigerian dish that's spicy. That sounds really good, actually. Megan says, her main character has a serious coffee habit. Same here. Cannot get by without my coffee. Udon noodles and burritos. I love me a good burrito. Oh, your poor character. Yeah, she's she's starting off there. She's not in that situation anymore. She just like it's like pre-book, like all of the stuff leading up to the book, that's where she's been. So she doesn't really have a favorite because she just like eats whatever she can because she has no other choice really. I don't know if I am 99% positive that if my only options were like yogurt and bananas, I would fully starve to death because I cannot physically make myself eat them. The only way I can eat bananas is if it's on toast or if it's like frozen. It's it. No exceptions. And yogurt, just like I can't do it. And I literally have physical reaction to it. Like I can't like say it because I don't know if anybody has like a thing about it in the chat, but it makes things want to come up. We'll just say that. I cannot do it. So Felicity says, can I say mead for my main character's favorite food? I think that's fair. That's valid. That's fair. I think you can do that. All right, guys. I think it's time. It is time to do another spin of the wheel. So here we are. Would you care to guess how long we're going to be sprinting for? I'm thinking we'll do maybe a 50-minute sprint. Megan says, I'm that way with taking pills, which is annoying since I take like 4 pills a day. Yeah, I get that too. I'm the same way. I'm the same way. I wonder why that is, like why some people are this way and others are not. Because I've been that way since I was a little kid. Like my mom used to have to crush up my kids' child's ibuprofen in jelly because I couldn't swallow them. Felicity says 30. Kingston says, Rafiki, it is time. You want to know the funny thing about that is that every single time I say it is time, that's exactly what I think of. exactly that line in Lion King. Kingston thinks 45. Megan is going to say 45. Rafiki absolutely knows the way. And Araya says Rider's Gauntlet because why not bring a little bit of chaos into our lives? All right, well, I am going to spin the wheel. Let's see how long we're going to sprint for. take these 30-minute sprints off off the wheel because they make me so mad. I cannot with these 30-minute sprints. Which is actually really funny because there was a time when I thought 30 minutes was too long. Let's see. Megan says they make powdered ibuprofen now. I use that, just throw it back and chase it with coffee. Oh, I'm gonna have to get me some powdered ibuprofen. Although now I'm better about swallowing ibuprofen now. Now it's mostly just those like giant freaking horse pills that they give you when you need antibiotics. I still struggle with those. I still struggle with those. Me neither. Not sure what this is in reference to, but all right, guys, the timer is set. We are about to sprint for 30 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and start the timer. Everybody, you can do this. We're going to write our little hearts out or read our little hearts out or do whatever we're going to do, but we're going to do it with our hearts out. We got this. In 3, 2, 1, right. right. How did we do? How did we do, everybody? Tell me in the chat. I think I wrote just a little bit over 300 words. Let me just do the math here real quick. Yeah, 326 words for that sprint for me. I'm struggling a little bit with this chapter. I realized just towards the end of the sprint that I kind of went off my outline a little bit, but not so much that it's like a problem. It's just now trying to reroute and to this new direction. It's really more just like logistical stuff that I'm changing, not anything super important. So I feel like I did okay. Let's see. Kingston read 11 pages. Very cool. How are you enjoying the book? And Megan said, not amazing, but not horrible. 461 words this time. I think that's you did a great job. That's a good amount of words to be proud of, I think. Is anybody interested in sharing lines, or should I share some lines? Do you guys want to share some lines? How do we feel? Kingston is enjoying it so far. That's good. That's good. How far into it are you? I'm currently reading The Impossible Life by Matt Haig. It's okay. I'm struggling to get into it, though. I wish that it was a little bit more the pacing is just not very good. It's like a little slow, I guess, is a better way to put it. It's just a little slow. I'm not really even that far into it either. I'm like 40 words into it, or 40 pages, excuse me, which isn't great because I actually have to return it. It's a library book. I have to return it this weekend. So I need to either push through and read or give up on it and move on. Felicity says only 230 words that sprint. I had to delete a few along the way. 230 words is still 230 words that you did have before. So you did a great job. Megan's last line was, Capri felt chided. An icy heat crawled into her throat, settling like a rock so that she couldn't quite swallow. Love that. Very vivid feeling. Kingston is has a third of the book done. If I'm saying it correctly, it's like a 300-page book. Okay, so you're about 100 pages in, sounds like. I will share a line from, this will be like the last paragraph of chapter 14, I suppose. So I will share that line here in a second. Felicity says, actually, it was 379. Somehow I missed a whole chunk in my count. See, I mean, 230 words is great. You did a great job, but you did even more than you thought you did. So that's fantastic. Feel free to share a line if you like, Felicity. I'm going to read my line here. So for some context, in this chapter, Delaney has sort of been bombarded with a couple of different people who she doesn't really trust. And she's having to stay the night over somewhere because if she were to go back to where she lives, it's not safe for her because there's people looking for her. So she can't really do that because that's obviously the first place that she'll look. So she's staying somewhere else. And these are just her last little thoughts before she before the next chapter, I guess. I slide beneath the covers and turn towards the window, gazing out at the fireflies. They do not have a care in the world, no lives resting on their shoulders. They just are. I feel the bed shift as Celine slides in next to me, her breath turning to an easy snore after several minutes. I lie awake until the faintest hints of dawn begin to peek over the Mirkwood. So that's just it. Again, first draft, I'll probably either add to or remove this. I'm not 100% sure, but that's my last line from chapter 14. Hi, millionaire. How are you? JK says, well, ended up missing the sprint due to having to wash dishes. Dishes are the worst. Are we having another sprint? More than likely, we will have at least one more sprint. Probably just one more. Is she from NYC? I'm assuming you're talking about Delaney, and no, she's not from NYC. Delaney lives in a secondary world. The city that she lives in is called The Meadow. And so no place like this exists on Earth. Fully fictional city. Felicity says, only spoiler-free line. The princess, free again, continued to carry the flame to the pyre. Ooh, love that. I love that very much. Now, disclaimer, we are going to have one more sprint, but I just want to preface this by saying that I am starting to feel my eyes get that like dry feeling that they get when I'm about to like feel really exhausted. So this is probably going to be our last sprint. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the timer, or not the timer, excuse me, the wheel, and we're going to guess, and we're just going to jump right into the next one. Let me quickly find which one it is. Here we go. I have like 3 wheels up here. So, all right. So we've got our wheel. Would anybody like to guess? Okay, fair enough. Yeah. I am so tired. For why? I don't know, but I am. And I still have to eat dinner. So I should probably do that and then like get ready for bed. All right. So feel free to throw your guesses. How long are we going to sprint for in the chat? Winner gets gold stars and bragging rights. I'm thinking that we're going to land on 50 minutes again, or 55 minutes maybe. That's my guess. No one has been right so far this stream. So hopefully someone can get it correct so that we can spam the chat with gold stars. I'll give you 5 more seconds to guess. Also, I really need to refill my water. Okay, Felicity, that I've had enough evil energy today. We don't need any of that. Don't bring the chaos. We don't need it. We don't need it. No, honestly, if we got Rider's Gauntlet, I might actually cry because I don't know if I can handle getting a 2 times multiplier. And then what if we land on like 60 minutes and we're going to have to sprint for 2 hours? You know how crazy that is? Oh my gosh, that just sounds like a lot. But if we do happen to land on Rider's Gauntlet and get a 2 times multiplier on 60-minute sprint, then Felicity, I'm just seeing that. I was right the last time, but was robbed of the stars because everyone was so sad to have 30 minutes. No, everybody needs to retroactively spam the chat with gold stars for Felicity. We cannot forget her celebration. Oh my goodness. I feel like a terrible host. I'm the worst hostess ever. Everybody spam the chat with gold stars for Felicity. How can I be so horrible? I'm so sorry. Oh, now I feel bad. I'm sorry about that, Felicity. Good job. You did it. Anyway, all right. Yes, thank you for spamming. All right, it's okay. I forgive. Okay, thank you, Felicity. I appreciate it. I feel so bad. All right, we won't forget next time. I will double check. I will double check to make sure nobody is left behind if somebody guesses it correctly. So, okay, great. All right, so it looks like everybody's had an opportunity to guess. I'm gonna go ahead and spin the wheel, and let's see how long we're gonna sprint for. 3, 2, 1. 30 minutes. Kingston said 60. Hooray, I thought 45. Felicity first said Rider's Gauntlet and then took it back and said 40 minutes. Kingston said, it better not be 30 or I'm going to cry. And JK thought it was going to be 50 minutes. Oh my goodness, you guys. 30-minute sprint. It's my arch nemesis on this wheel. I feel like every single time I want to get a longer sprint, it gives me 30 minutes. But every single time I want a longer, shorter sprint, it gives me like an hour. This wheel hates me, and I am its creator. So I might just have to delete it and redo it. Maybe I'll get like input some like better vibes, or better yet, I could just make the slices smaller so that we don't have this issue next time. But the wheel has spoken, unfortunately. So that means we will be doing a 30-minute sprint. But 30 minutes is 30 minutes. So I know we can do this, you guys. And everybody's going to have such a productive and easy 30 minutes. It's going to be great. Okay. So I'm going to start this timer in 3, 2, 1, focus. All right. People, how did we do? By the way, sorry, I'm filming a vlog right now. How did everybody do during that final sprint of the evening? Let's see. Where did I leave off? I think I must have got around 300 words again. Oh, I got 239 words. Which makes sense because I am starting to feel a little exhausted. My brain today has. You ever get those days where like work is slow or school is slow and you just want everything to just like be easy and like not have to think so much about everything? That's how I've felt today. And I tried to take a break like after work, but my brain just like would not stop. Like it just wouldn't shut up. So it's a little fried at the moment, and I think that's contributing. Plus, like distractions are just like up here. I'm distracted and a little frustrated, if I'm being completely honest. Like I kind of lost my character's voice about halfway through. I had to go back and reread chapter 1 to like get back into the mindset, and then just as I was sort of getting it, the timer went off. So that's how the sprint went for me. It's okay because tomorrow is a new day and hopefully I'll get a little bit of extra sleep tonight. I'm going to try to go to bed like an hour earlier than I did last night and maybe get like an extra hour so that I can wake up feeling refreshed and like functional, and maybe I can get some better words in tomorrow. But it is what it is. Sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Kingston read 9 pages and says, "Have a good night, everybody." I am so sorry that it scared you. I like to do the clapping though because I feel like it's like a celebration because we made it through the sprint. We did good work. Oh, 10 pages. Good job, Kingston. Felicity got 551 words and finished a scene, so good timing. Felicity, you have had like such a good productive evening. You've been doing such a good job. Every sprint you come back and it's like so much you've gotten done. You've gotten so much done, excuse me. JK says, I mean, I wrote a sentence, but better than nothing, and also looked for paid writing opportunities. Ooh, very fun. Did you find any good ones? Christina. Hi, Christina, by the way. I don't think that we said hi to you when you came in, but hello, how are you? Christina got a whopping 92 words written. Crushed it. Hey, 92 words that you didn't have before, so I would say yes, you crushed it. You absolutely crushed it. Good job. Everybody's got their own pace, and like I said earlier, like just like 5 seconds ago, sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles, and we shouldn't hold ourselves to these gigantic, enormous writing goals every single day because it's just not realistic. Sometimes all you have is 92 words, and that's okay. That's like totally fine and normal. And you did a great job. You did a great job. Yeah, it's no problem, Kingston, of course, always. All right, I guess I will read a line. If anybody would like to share a line, feel free. Felicity says, it's draft 2 and one of the better chapters. Don't worry, I will struggle when I hit act 3. Yeah, that's valid. Okay. Christina says, doing great. Happy to be at the keyboard. Yeah, I get that. I get that. I've also like it's weird because like even though I'm frustrated, I think that this is just something that happens. But like, and I've noticed let me back up for a second. Like, I have noticed that sometimes I bring my work frustrations into my writing when I write after work. But if I'm able to write before work, then I almost always have a good writing session. It's just like when I write after work, my brain is like so clogged with all of the frustrating things that happen at work. And then I like bring that feeling over into my writing, and I struggle to like get in the mood again, if that makes sense. But then like when I'm done, I always feel like I've had a great time. It's just like one of those things that happens. I don't know if anybody else does that. It's like I bring my work baggage into my writing, which is really annoying and frustrating. And I have to figure out a way to separate that, or to just kind of like calm down before I jump into another writing session. But I'm always happy to be at the keyboard after the facts. JK says, yes, there's a magazine accepting submissions by Black female authors. Very cool. That's awesome. What would you submit to that? Are you going to submit like a chapter of Sugar and Spice, or like another thing that you're working on? What's the deal? All right, so I'll read a line. All right. A while later, we are on the road, having gone over the plan and every minute detail. Thin streams of sunlight guide our path as we trudge through the dew-soaked grass and over the bridge leading to the meadow's main square. The streets are quiet and empty, and to my relief, it's much earlier than I thought. Elio and Cyrus lead us down to the river path, claiming a shortcut through an abandoned bakery. So that was the last like little bit that I wrote, the last 75 words, actually. And context here is that Delaney is being chased by like a group of people who are basically threatening to perform this ritual that will make her lose her memories. It's not for the purpose of her losing her memories, but it's an unfortunate side effect of the ritual. And she doesn't want to lose her memories. She wants to remember, because there's some important things that she needs to know about herself. And if she were to forget, she'd be basically back to square one. And so they're trying to escape the city, and they're currently on their way to steal some horses so that they can like go to the continent to like help Delaney, I guess. And so that's like they're like on the way to steal horses as we speak in that little paragraph thing. JK says, I think I'll submit some short stories I've written that are part of Sugar and Spice. Okay, very cool. I love that you're writing short stories like based off Sugar and Spice. I love that. That's a cute thing to do. I don't think I've ever done that before. All of my short stories are like standalone short stories. All right, guys. I think that's going to be the end of it, though. I am clearly drained. I can like see my eyes like starting to squint. I think I just need to like make dinner and go to bed. So I am going to leave it here. But before I do that, do you guys want to say hi to the vlog? Maybe? I haven't done that in a while. So if y'all want to say hi to the vlog, I'm going to grab my camera real quick. And I'm going to move this ugly tripod. Don't fall. Okay. All right. So if you would like to say hello, feel free. All right. Anyways, like I said, that's going to be the end of it. I appreciate you guys for coming. Just a couple like last minute housekeeping things. If you haven't done so already, feel free to like and subscribe, like the vlog or the stream, and subscribe to my channel if you'd like. I post writing vlogs. I'm now back into posting writing vlogs. So obviously, as we have just witnessed, I am going to be posting another vlog this Saturday, and we'll hopefully be on a more regular posting schedule moving forward. I also have an Instagram if you would like to follow me over there at Charlie Ray Writes. I post like snippets of my draft and pictures of my dog and other little fun writer things over there. And that's pretty much all I got. So I appreciate every single one of you for joining me tonight. And just remember, you can write your books, you guys. You've got this. I'm always here for support and encouragement. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll see you in the next one.